as a really close-knit neighborhood where people knew each other and felt kind of watched by each other in a good way.
They did. It was like that. Yeah. Oh, it was a great neighborhood. Southern was always a wonderful neighborhood. You had great community living down here. Yeah. It was a great community, terrific community. The school on the one on Warren Avenue there, the name jumped out of my head. The Mackey School. Yeah. You know that the Mackey School was the only school in the entire city of Boston that was completely integrated. You had as many black, Asian, white, Hispanic, Indian kids equally going to the Mackey School. And then when they started the busing, they transferred all those kids out of there. And the Mackey School said, "Why are you doing that to us? This school is all balanced out. Why?"
Never should have happened.
That literally took everybody out of the school.
It was the Rice Bancroft.
Rice Franklin.
Rice Bancroft.
Rice Franklin.
And Appleton.
First the Mackey, then the Rice Bancroft.
And it was two schools, the Rice Franklin. I went there.
Rice Bancroft.
No. It was the Franklin School, the Franklin School and the Rice School.
It was the Bancroft.
I went there.
Our kids went there.
No.
It was the Bancroft.
Really?
Yes.
Rice Franklin when I went there.
Well, it changed.
But the only community where the upper middle class people that lived along Columbus Avenue were primarily black.
Yeah.
They all lived on Greenwich Park and all that. They were families of the railroad workers.
Yes.
And a lot of them belonged to the Railroad Workers Union. That was one of the best unions in the country. They made good salaries. They all owned all their own homes. Kids all went to college. And it was a great community. It was, wasn't it? Yeah. Greenwich Park and all that.
That stuff is in Back Bay Station talking about the
exactly.
Yeah.
Pullman Porters.
Yeah, the Pullman Porters. They made good money. They had the kids all went to college. They all owned their own property. Yeah, it was quite a place. It certainly was. Yes, sir.
Joe, where did you grow up in Boston?
Mission Hill.
Mission Hill, yeah.
I grew up in Mission Hill.
A funny story I remember you reading, you wrote in the South End News and sometime in the 1990s was out. It must have been during the summer or something, the nice weather, you had a vacation, and I don't know if you had kids or if they were nephews or whatever, but you were rowing in a canoe in the river and you lost your wallet, the canoe overturned or something, and your bunny was all wet and you took them to eat.
That was a vacation from hell.
I just remember that story.
That was a vacation from hell. I never get it.
You lost your wallet or someone.
I was with my daughter. She was young then, and my little grandchildren. It was like four of my little grandchildren and my son-in-law. We went camping up in Maine, near anyway, it was way up in Maine somewhere. And they wanted to go for a canoe ride. So I go to this place, it's canoe for rent. So the guy, he said, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll get 2 canoes for you." So what I do is I'll put them on my pickup truck. You leave your car, and we'll go up to, I'll take you to a place. And then you come down the river, and then when you, at the end of it, you come right here to my place. All right, beautiful day. I said, "Oh, wonderful, you know." Drives about a mile, 2 miles up the road. We go, beautiful. It looked like glass, the water. It was like, that's on Carmel. So I get in my canoe, my daughter's there. I get in the back, one of my grandkids is there. My son-in-law's with the other kids in his canoe. We start paddling. And it was beautiful. You know, sun's out, we're paddling. I've never been in a canoe like that, but I know you can go like this and the thing goes. My daughter, I said, paddle together. All of a sudden, I notice it's getting choppy. And I look up ahead and it's like boiling. It's the rapids. I'm looking at them saying, what the hell? So we hit this, they call it white water. You know, the water's going every which way. I see rocks, boulders, the canoe's spinning around. And I look way down, and I see a guy, he's way down and he's got the waders on and he's fishing. You know? But meanwhile, I got to get to that guy. And the canoe goes flying up in the air. My grandson, he was a little kid, he was about 8 years old. He goes flying in the water. I grabbed him. the kid and my daughter, the pressure of the water, I thought it was gonna break my back. The canoe went like a rocket, just shot away from me. Luckily, I was near a bank. I threw them up in the bank. Finally, I finally get up in the bank. I walk down. We get the canoe, and the guy fishing, he says to me, "Yeah, I knew you were going over. The minute I looked up, I knew you didn't know what you were doing." Thank you. I lost my wallet. I lost my money. I lost everything, you know. So I saw Jesus. So I finally get everything down to the guy, and I said to the guy, "Listen, pal, you see me? I get kids. You know, why the hell did you tell me that this is crazy river here with rafting? How do I look like these?" So anyway, I lost it. My wallet, I figured I lost everything. My badge was in it, everything.
Wow.
So I got home, and that night, I got a call from the police department up there, little town.
Not your wife?
Guy says, "We got your wallet." He called, he saw Boston police, he called the turret, the Boston police headquarters, and they saw you. So they gave him my name, and the guy called me, he said, "I got your wallet." I said, "There any money in it?" He said, "No, the money's gone, the money's all washed out, you know." I said, "All right." I said, "You know, can you mind, you know, putting it in an envelope and mailing it to me, and I'll pay, you know, whatever it costs for the mailing." Guy says, "All right, sure, we can do it, yeah." But he never did. I waited about a week. I waited about 2 weeks. You know, I said, "Jesus, I gotta get my wallet, I gotta get my badge back." You know what I mean? It's gonna be a problem for me. I called there. They had no funds to send me the stupid thing. Whatever the hell it was, they didn't want. "Can you come up here?" I said, "About 90 miles, 100 miles. So finally I said I'm gonna have to drive all the way up to the damn place. So I got a call, one day I got a call from a state trooper from Maine. And he said to me, he wanted to ask me, he said he had his daughter that wanted to go to some modeling school down on Boylston Street. And he wanted to know if it was a legit thing or it was like a scam. So I looked into it for him, and I said, "No," I said, it's a legitimate place. But it's like they con these kids. They say, "You're gorgeous, you're like Giselle Bunchkin there. You can Brady." They tell all these girls they look like Brady's old lady, you know. Giselle Bunchkin. So they go. So I said, "So he's okay, thank you." He said, "Geez, if I can ever do you a favor." I said, "Jesus, can you ever?" So I told him, he says, "Oh." He said, "Don't worry about it." He says, "I got a buddy over there that's in the barracks over where that town is." So the guy went down, he got my wallet, and he sent it. That's the story of my life. All right. Thank you.